Yo, what's going on? Whoa. No.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
There
I'm
you
not I'm not going on Liverpool side. What's going on, people? Welcome to United View. Welcome to the match preview for Liverpool versus Man United tomorrow. I had to bring in my boy, my guy, Ade Oladipo, Talksport's Ade Oladipo, DAZN's Ade Oladipo, everyone's Ade. You're everywhere. You're everywhere, bro. That's what you do. But Liverpool's very own Ade Oladipo as well. What we saying, bro?
Not much, man. Excited and nervous about the next.
Nervous? For
Yeah,
what?
very
Oh, not
nervous.
about tomorrow. You mean like all the other
No.
games? Like,
What? I'm not even. Don't even try and jinx it. I'm nervous about tomorrow as well. I'm not that
why are you
silly. I
nervous?
remember when it was almost like the opposite, where United were the best and Liverpool were fifth and sixth, and you would have been nervous about us coming to Old Trafford, especially if it meant we could kind of block what you guys were trying to achieve. So look, I'm extremely nervous, but also quite confident.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Big up to the community. Smash a like on the video and subscribe if you lot are new to the channel and all of that jazz. You lot know what to do there. Before we get into the breakdown of the game and stuff, now I've got Ade as well. Little bit of news that Ronaldo was breaking earlier, kind of telling us what we kind of already knew. Him and Jamie Jackson did an article with the Guardian, and they basically said this: Manchester United are set to announce Erik ten Hag as their new permanent manager once the terms of his £2 million release clause from Ajax are finalised in the coming days. Negotiations over the length of the Dutchman's deal are continuing as United close in on appointing a successor to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, with ten Hag expected to commit either an initial 3 years plus the option of another 12 months or just a straight 4-year. Basically, what Ornstein said last week. That's what we've done. So we've got the here we go from Romano. A lot of people live by that as the Bible. If he says it, it's fact. It's happening. So that's fine. Let's get excited. But it basically, he hasn't said the contract is signed. He hasn't said the fee's been agreed. There's not even an announcement imminent. It's more so that he's going to be the next Man United manager, which we already knew. So yeah, we'll start off with that. Ade, just with that breaking kind of now, and we had a little bit of that momentum last week from David Ornstein as well, who's really well connected. How much of that impacts this game tomorrow for you as a Liverpool fan? Are you thinking like, they know who their manager's going to be now, and it could be even harder, or are you still looking at us like still Man United?
No, to be fair, there will be a few players that are playing for their future, right? And now they know who the new manager's coming in. It's like the new manager bounce. Although he's not there, you still expect some of the players that are on the periphery to maybe step up a bit. And if you're going to step up in any game, it's at Anfield against your rivals for the last sort of 20, 30 years. So who knows? Who knows? Look, I don't really know how good Erik ten Hag is. Is he one of the elites? Is he a guy that might transform the club? I think the club needs gutting. And I think it's more than a top manager. It's from top to bottom, but he might come in and do some good stuff. But if we're honest, I mean, this is kind of what we said about Ralf Rangnick as well. When he got announced as an interim manager, we're like, okay, he got the green tick from Thomas Tuchel and Jurgen Klopp, and he was this and he was that, and the professor, and he's going to do this, and we didn't really see it. So I kind of wait to judge Erik ten Hag. He's done well in the Dutch league, but Ajax are the dominant team in that league. So I'll wait and see. He could become a very, very good manager, but I think the job's a big one at United. And I still, something tells me it needs a really big name to kind of put some of those egos in check, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, you speak about them egos. The thing is, Ade, is that actually it's about getting rid of the egos, not even trying to manage them. It's actually, you talk about gutting it out. It is a full clear out. I mean, I've done a little bit of an interactive thing on Twitter saying to United fans how they feel and expectations for next season. A lot of them are just saying no expectation.
Yeah.
Forget fourth, forget trying to challenge for no expectation. Just show us that you're trying to change around the philosophy. Show us kind of like when Klopp first come to Liverpool. You have to get rid of so many players that aren't up to the level of where he wants to play. But by the end of the first season, even though he was kind of way off stuff, you could still see. You could still see
you had
something.
Those glimpses. You had those games. I remember going to Emirates, and I think we won 4-1, or I can't remember the result, but I remember going there, and I think we lost the next game. I was like, okay, I can see it. The Norwich result when Lallana scored late, I could see it. It was still hit and miss, but you could see it. And then players like Emre Can went and Saka. And I was like, go. If you don't want to be here, just go. And I feel like, look, those aren't the big names like the Pogba's and the Ronaldos, don't get me wrong, but they're still, for us, were big names back then. And, if you don't want to be there, just go. So I think Klopp had to gut, and now we're starting to see the fruits of it. But yeah, I agree. There's a lot of gut and a lot of big names.
A lot. Kind of just almost like there's like 7 players leaving.
Yeah, there needs to be.
But they're not even the ones in like the starting lineup, apart from say Pogba. There's like 7 man. You know, Matic is going to leave. Mata's going to leave. Lingard's going to leave. Cavani's going to leave. Phil Jones is going to
There's a
leave.
Rashford
That's,
conversation that needs
you
to be
know,
had.
Dean Henderson wants out.
Yeah.
You know, there's 6 players just there who aren't even in the starting lineup where we actually need to improve as well. So, and then obviously Paul Pogba. So look, there's a lot to be done with when Erik ten Hag gets here, but I just feel like the patience has to be there. And I agree with Man United fans saying
there's a good base though,
back.
you know. As much as United have had a strange season and the expectations at the start of the season were massive, like massive. I thought it was going to be like the best top 4 race ever between Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool, and United. But I still look and I still think, you know, De Gea's had, I think, a solid season.
Yeah, he has.
I'm still not quite sure about Varane, Maguire, but look, they're still, you know, they're competent-ish. Bruno Fernandes, there was a time last year where we're comparing Bruno Fernandes to Kevin De Bruyne, so it's still there somewhere. That player is still there. It's not like he's 35. Sancho's looking good at the back end of the season. If I'm Ten Hag, I'm thinking there's at least 4 or 5, maybe 6 players I can work with. The rest have got to go, but I can start from somewhere.
Yeah, when you say to people who would you keep, there's usually like 4 or 5 max. That is literally what we've been seeing. So yeah. Well, on to this game, Ade, because I'll tell you this for free. Yeah. And I know you're going to say, no, you're just reverse psychology, all of this stuff. You come on here saying, I'm nervous. Listen to me now. Yeah. There is no way.
Oh, no, don't do it. I'm not even playing this game with you.
There is no way that we can go there. Okay. No. It is 97% likely that you win the game.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like sometimes, you know, with obviously, like, I've grown up. I'm at an age where I've grown up where Man United were just the dominant force of English football. So it's quite weird. So to approach a United game and to make Liverpool that big a favorite is quite strange. But you look at this Liverpool squad. Like, this is, for me, at my age, this is the best Liverpool squad I've ever seen. Ever seen. And this is one of the worst United squads I've ever seen. Yeah. So by that logic alone,
2-1 United
home ground, we're going for a quadruple. You boys better not come and cause problems. But you still have these world-class players who, on their day, and we haven't seen much of on their day this season, but on their day, you still think, could Bruno do some magic? Could Cristiano Ronaldo, who got a hat-trick a few days ago, do some magic? Could Jadon Sancho become that guy from Dortmund? You know, could Pogba, who's going to leave in the summer, but could he just come and do? There's still those kind of world-class players which scare me, but I'm with you. 97%, we should win this game.
The Doka says green chair talking Liverpool. Only time I hate Ade is for Liverpool. So it must be a big fan of Ade, but not Liverpool. And Joe Isaac says 99% actually for the Liverpool to win. Look, another big thing is this, Ade. Yeah, even when we have these players available, Scott McTominay, Fred, and Varane, even when they've been there, we've been dog shit a lot of the whole year. But without no Fred even running around trying to put in tackles, win the ball back, and McTominay running around at least trying to kick people, do something. Yeah. We've now got to go with Matic and Pogba. Pogba's coming off the back of just being booed by his own fans at Old Trafford. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not at Old Trafford, but he's not in the best moment. But away from him, nobody's in the best moment because we're playing crap. Ronaldo,
you are.
You know what I mean? Ronaldo is capable at any moment, at any time of scoring goals, hat-trick, whatever. I understand that. Rashford can barely control the football right now. Honestly, it's that bad. And I agree with you saying there's a player in there. He's not as bad as this, but right now he is.
Oh, he wants the season over.
There's
no doubt. Rashford is already looking at trips to Dubai and Miami. He's already thinking, I need to get out.
I need to get out. I need to clear my head.
Again.
Yeah. New manager, pre-season, whatever.
Even if I have to go, I go. But he wants this season done. And there's a few. Look, Pogba wants the season over.
Yes,
Maguire
100%.
probably wants this to be done because of every time everyone seemed to jump on Maguire's back. There's a few players that are thinking, let's just done this now.
Exactly, bro.
Whereas
That's why there's no chance.
That want this to continue.
This is why there's no chance, Ade. You're saying the reasons why as well. Yeah,
it's going to be difficult. It's going to be super difficult.
Of course. Your emotion as a Liverpool fan, which I understand because you're chasing such high stakes, is coming into this more than it should. I'm actually trying to put you at ease. And I don't want to. And I don't want to. But it's the truth, bro. It's the
No, you know, to
truth.
be fair, I was thinking about this today, and I was thinking, look, of these United players, you know, like every time we've done a combined Liverpool United
Oh,
11, and it would be dominant United up until maybe about 5 years ago.
yeah.
Now, I wouldn't take any United player, not one, not even the big man up
I
front.
was going to say, can I ask you a mad question? Would you just say, like, if you had a cup final tomorrow, who would you rather in the number 9 position in your actual team, Jota
Mm,
or Ronaldo, or Firmino
Jota.
or Ronaldo? You'd still go with, yeah,
Yeah, you know what it is? The difference is it's almost like someone was arguing with me the other day. I think we've done the show together, right? For the betting company, and we was talking about Edison or Allison. And we
yeah,
said it's so close that you're just gonna stick with your own. Even though
yeah.
Edison
Okay,
might just be a little bit you stick because Jota's got 21 goals this season. So I'm
yeah,
like, Ronaldo's I think got 21 as well. So I'm like,
yeah,
don't get me wrong, Jota every time he needed to do something, he's done that magic for us.
yeah.
So I was like, yeah, you know, Ronaldo probably is better,
That's
but
probably
am I
the
gonna swap
least
when they're that close?
biggest effect
No.
on the team, innit? By swapping them two would be the least drop off,
The
like
least
in
drop
any
off.
of the
It's not
positions.
like,
Yeah,
yeah, and you know, let's be honest, Ronaldo's legs. Don't get me wrong. Look, Ronaldo can do everything. I think me and you laughed when we spoke about us going to Anfield. Then remember that goal that was disallowed when he destroyed Trent and whipped it in. I was like, my God,
yeah.
Like, that's still
Still do
there.
it.
But
Yeah,
Jota's been okay for us this season to a point where he really started as our third choice striker and he's got 21 goals. So I can't swap him. I can't. Mane's
no.
decided to start to come to the scoring party. As soon as Salah's dropped off, others have jumped in. Firmino got a couple recently. Mane's now scored and
Yeah,
left.
Salah's been a bit quiet. Salah's been
He's
a
been a
bit,
bit
yeah.
quiet.
He's
I
been a
think you
bit
know for
quiet.
Salah, mentally, I think he's like. Let's be honest. He's played to get his team to a World Cup. That didn't happen. They didn't win the
Yeah,
AFCON as well. So
yeah,
mentally
yeah.
and the
Missed big
contract
penalties as well.
situation, I think there's a lot on him mentally. But
Mm,
the good thing about him now, as opposed to Liverpool of 10 years ago, where say we had a Suarez, if Suarez didn't score, who was going to score? Or a
yeah.
Torres. Now it's like, okay, Salah, 1 second, you can park yourself there because Mane and Jota or Firmino or Diaz will get us goals. So we're covered. We're all right, Flex. We're okay.
Bro, honestly, this makes me sick listening to you.
We're okay.
Because you know, KG was on the
Yeah,
show. What day was it? Yesterday
yeah.
on the Full View, and he basically was saying he went on a rant basically, like towards the end of the show. He just started opening up and just going in on a play. He was like, nah, like these men have to remember, these guys come to our backyard, battered us 4-0, even stopped playing. Like Klopp even
Okay.
said after 60 minutes, allow it, allow them, let
Mm,
them off.
mm.
And he said they've got to run around, kick people, do something. Don't get humiliated, surely. And we all kind of went, KG, I'm with you that they should think that. But Anfield under the lights at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday night with them
And
chasing
you
the
know, I like
quadruple
about what
and us.
KG said there. And this is what United always used to have back in the day. As much as there were fantastic footballers, he would have players. You would have players at United squad that would kick. If it got to where it got to, players would kick. Fabinho is one of those players where, as much you know, Fabinho will put a leg in. He's a
Yeah,
bit naughty. Even Thiago's. I've noticed he's a bit naughty.
yeah, he
And then
is.
you've got the old guys, the Hendersons and the Milners that if the game's getting away from them, happy to pick up a yellow card. So I think Klopp's kind of mastered the dark arts of it as well. Yes, it's nice to play ticky-tacky football, but he's got players in there that are willing. Andy Robertson's another one, willing to kind of get a bit naughty
He's
when they
probably the
need.
most naughty one you got.
He's the naughtiest
Yeah,
player we've got by
he's
far. And you know,
yeah.
that's why I do like McTominay a little bit. For whatever United fans say about him, forget the fact that he's not going to be a Kevin De Bruyne or Bruno, but he will get stuck in. He will get
Yeah.
stuck in. So you're going to miss that on tomorrow night. You're going to miss it a lot.
K1 says Liverpool gonna make us look championship level.
I'm
Honestly,
not falling for any of this, by the way.
bro, it's not
Not falling for
fake,
any of
bro.
this.
This isn't like trying to just do the reverse psychology. We all genuinely feel like this.
But
Honestly,
you know the pressure, like you guys. I remember Gary Neville talking about United going for the treble, and it's still even crazy to think Liverpool win 11 games, we won a treble minimum, maybe
yeah,
a quadruple.
yeah.
So this game, when I looked at the fixture list, this was the one. It wasn't Everton, it wasn't Spurs, it was United. And now Arsenal and Tottenham have messed up. They've opened that door for United for fourth place.
Yeah, but we can't. We haven't got that in us, Ade. We have, like, yes, the last result, yeah, Spurs and Arsenal messing up. Brilliant. We went and done our job against Norwich. Just, may I add.
Against who?
Exactly. Norwich. Do you know what I mean? 2-0 up, cruising. Not even
2-0 up,
actually.
the bottom of
No,
the
we weren't
table.
even cruising, and we weren't even cruising at 2-0, Ade.
That was
kid
a
you
little
not.
struggle at 2-0, you know.
Bro, they had the first big chance of the game after a
Mm.
couple of minutes. Pookie clean through. David De Gea save straight away. Like, and then we got a couple of goals quite quickly. And even then, there were warning signs. And then we concede just before half time. Come back out, concede again straight away. So, and it took a free kick. Did look like I was going to score from open play, by the way. Again, after that, it was a bit of brilliance from Ronaldo, which Tim Krul on another day probably should save. So, yes, good 3 points, but it didn't fill you with any. Do you know what? They've sensed that they can seize an opportunity from Spurs and Arsenal and really give it to Liverpool. Especially with that, we've got 5 players missing.
Yeah.
And also
Bruno.
Midfield. Just
the car accident. Is he cool?
No, he's fine. He's fine. Yeah, at training today. He was in that car accident. All parties were fine, so he'll be there. Matic didn't start. Now, in hindsight, Matic didn't start as the lone central defensive midfielder against Norwich because he had one eye on this game. Matic can't do a Saturday, Tuesday. He just can't do it at his age.
You know what though, Flex? Yeah, I haven't watched Liverpool properly in the last sort of 6-7 games. Like, you know, when you sit down and you're studying, you're not just watching it as a fan. Liverpool give you chances.
They do. High line. A lot of high line.
I mean,
they do.
Alisson saved us numerous occasions against Man City.
True.
We conceded 3. People forget him because we went through to Benfica. 3 goals. Inter Milan, I think people forget, beat us in the Champions League second leg at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and they were all the same type of goals as well against
all the
Benfica.
same type
high
of
line.
Goals.
Like, do you know what I mean?
High line. And obviously we've relied on Van Dijk's pace getting back. But the high line's the high line. That's how Klopp plays.
Yeah.
So you will get chances against Liverpool. Liverpool, obviously the record books are going to say win, 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 win. But you watch those games rather than just from a stat perspective and just watch them. Liverpool will give you 4 or 5 good chances. I remember Watford.
But I don't think,
but you've got Ronaldo.
Watford, West
that
Ham.
guy is 1 chance, 1 goal.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ade, is I don't trust us to get that balance to be able to exploit the only weakness you have in your team.
I think we'll score as well. I think there's too much going
forward. We're not keeping a clean. We're not keeping a clean sheet. We're not.
No way. And no chance. No chance.
No chance.
You've got to score 2 to win this game or 3.
But we need runners. Yeah, but we need runners. Do you know what I mean? And Rashford can barely control football right now. Massive pressure playing it. I don't know.
That's one thing as well. Since Ranieri's come, has he played the same 11 ever?
No, he doesn't, and he's definitely not feeling Rashford. He talks every week about how well Rashford's training, and to be fair to him, he's given him enough chances.
Yeah,
says he's training really well, and then he just comes in and he's just horrendous. Again, he was poor off the bench against Norwich. His confidence is gone, like proper gone. But you do just need someone that simply to just be able to run in behind, run. But he will probably go over Langer, I think.
Yeah, and running it. Yeah, and if you're Van Dijk or it could be Matip or Konate, Elanga's not going to give you sleepless nights.
No.
Famous last words, please God.
Yeah, he's capable of running in behind, and he keeps the ball quite well. But he's still got a lot of
tidy, but
he's neat and tidy. He's got a long way to go to be, But right now he's outperforming Rashford. He is, which is why he gets in.
Look,
Sancho on the other side, does he run in behind? No, wants it to feet a lot and wants to link up in nice little triangles and play neat, tidy football.
I think he doesn't mind that. Everyone says Trent's defending is the Achilles heel, and I think he's got better. But running behind Trent is the problem.
Yes.
Like, if you're running behind him like Martinelli can do, then he's
exactly direct. That's what you need.
Standing up with him, then he's okay.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you've got the other question of, we've have to have Paul Pogba and Matic as the 2 6s, and then Bruno just ahead of that. Or do you say, nah, man, like, you know what? Do we just go over 5 at the back? But then if you do a 5 at the back, you're saying, well, Varane's injured, so you've only got Lindelof and Maguire, and Bailly hasn't played in God knows how long. Do you bring him in as a third centre back or Phil Jones? Luke Shaw's injured, so you've got to have Tellez as a left wing back. Wan-Bissaka, you probably want starting in this game, just at the fact that Mane is going to have the ball at his feet so much. You need him to be sliding in, trying to lock off someone. Him as a right wing back.
I don't think Mane's starting, to be fair.
Diaz then. You know what I mean?
If it's Diaz. Worse, isn't it, Diaz? Diaz running at you is worse, to be honest with you.
Yeah, exactly. Mark O says we need Bailly, Varane, and Lindelof. Do we go with a back 5?
Maybe.
And then have the wing backs and then 3 central midfielders in Pogba, Matic, and Bruno as a flat 3 and then 2 up front.
You could play with God, and I still think you'll be in trouble. If I'm honest with you, I think Liverpool's got.
It's about what we do.
It's almost a bit too much now. I was watching Thiago, and look, I'll be honest with you, hands up. I expected a bit more from Thiago when he came from Bayern Munich. I know he's had his injuries, but I was watching him against Man City, and he's just so calm and just relaxed, and he's a ball. And if he plays,
We ain't
my
gonna touch
friend.
the ball.
Go
We
on
ain't gonna hit the
back to
ball.
backs.
Yeah. It's gonna be peak. And this is what I'm saying. So having said all this is why I'm saying to you, bro, there's no way we can win the game, I don't believe. And I hate that. I hate that I'm in a position of reality because it's not like people are saying, oh, Flex, you always believe why you come on, you're supposed to support the team. We are all pretty much saying, yeah, that's just
That's just
how
how
it
it is.
is.
It's
That's
just how
just
it is
how it
right
is
now.
right now. There is
It's how
no
it is.
way in hell we can win that game. There
Liverpool
isn't.
right now, alongside City, and I have to keep saying, are the best team in world football right now. And squad depth is one thing that I've always felt that we lacked against very elite teams. So when you're looking at the Chelsea's back in or last season, or Real Madrid or Man City, for okay, Liverpool have got a good 11, a good 12, a good 13. Then it starts to get weak. Now I look at Liverpool's bench. You know what? The best way to look at Liverpool's squad depth is you don't even see players like Minamino, Origi, and Ox on the bench. They're not even making the bench. Whereas those are the players that we would have gone to last season to nick a goal. Those in Shaqiri. Now you're bringing on a Firmino or Jota or Diaz, whoever they want to do it, to nick a goal. So I think the squad depth's a lot bigger. I think Shimikas deserves praise every time
He
comes.
does well when he comes in.
I'd love to
Anytime.
see him play instead of Robertson to give Robertson the rest. Because I think I don't think there's that much drop off. I think Shimikas always does well, can defend as well, good left foot. I think the team is as complete as it can be right now. And then obviously we've got, again, alongside Guardiola, I think the best manager in the world. So it's going to be tough. This is a United team that are going through a lot off the pitch.
I don't think it's going to be tough, Ade. Honestly, I think it'll be one of the easiest games you have all season. Or if they don't make it tough for you, say you grind it out at 1-0 where we're like, right, you know what? That's quite a tight game. It was only a flash of brilliance from Mo Salah and they won the game. I don't want to say we'll take that because you don't want to lose the game, but it's almost like I'll be very surprised if we walked away having not been embarrassed. Because I think it'll be embarrassing.
I'm not even going there with that. I'll take a 1-0 91st minute Salah penalty right now. Like right now, just give me the 3 points.
Salah dive, penalty.
Anything. Yeah, Salah dive, ref gets it wrong, VAR messes up, anything. Because right now, as well, with this Man City team, you can't draw. You can't even get a point. A point against United would normally be a good result. You can't even get a point. You've got to win every single game.
The pressure's more on you than it is on us.
Brighton might be able to do a madness or something. I don't know.
The pressure is more on you than it is on us with what you're chasing. Obviously, we've got pressure in terms of
top 4 new manager coming in next season.
No, because because Ifrim, thanks for the super chat, says Phil Jones played a decent game last time. Yeah, that was against Wolves.
Play him. Like more than happy for you to play Phil Jones.
I tell you what, it's so more hard than some of the others, but no.
That's one thing he will do. But I can't if pace against him. And that's what that front 3-4 Liverpool have got is a lot of pace. That'll be a tough day. It'll be a tough day for him.
It will. I forgot what I was just about to say then. What was I going to say again? What were you just talking about? You were saying about
what the squad depth?
Nah, I weren't that. I literally lost my train of thought. I hate when that happens. But with the team selection, about us being embarrassed. Like I can't see it not being embarrassing. Like. I can't see how we defend really well and limit your chances, plus do enough going the other way. I don't see how we're aggressive enough.
It will be interesting, though, to see what Klopp does. Like, Klopp always sticks to the same 15, although he talks about having a big squad, and I just mentioned the squad of players. It'll be interesting to see what he does. He normally switches around the engine room, the midfield. I'll be surprised if Jordan Henderson don't start. I think he might rest Fabinho, Thiago playing games back-to-back, Keita. So I wouldn't be shocked if Curtis Jones comes in, Jordan Henderson, and one other. And then if you're United, say United do line up with Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, and one more. You got to look at that and think, okay, we got a chance of winning the midfield battle. We've got to win this, and then anything could happen. Obviously, if Fabinho starts, if he goes for the FA Cup semi-final free, then then it should be a wrap. But if he does bring in Jordan Henderson, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, maybe, then there's a chance that Man United could win that midfield battle, and then it gets interesting.
I just think like without having any sort of engine room of our own, which is usually inferior at the best of time. Like with Tommy and Fred played against Man City, they played against you when we got ruined. Like I'm not saying that, but without them on top of that, with nobody who can, I just don't see how we have anything about us in midfield. I honestly don't.
Yeah, no,
Pogba, I just think we'll get bypassed. Got bypassed against Norwich. Like, yes, he
like Pogba,
just so
by the
poor.
way. I don't know what I expected with Paul Pogba, but it wasn't this. I don't know if I expected a Yaya Toure type player from him. Now
He
when I
just
speak
needs
to
he
United
just needs
fans,
everything
they're
around him. He
letting
needs
go.
everything around him to be
Yeah.
set, Paul Pogba.
Yeah, you've got to have. Yeah, he
That's just
can't
what it
be the
is.
one that just puts it on his back and let me show you guys what I
No,
can do. Yeah,
no, he can't do a Steven Gerrard. He can't take the
yeah,
game by the scruff of the neck,
no, no.
and take us to new
That's
heights.
so
He needs
disappointing.
it is, but I also feel like it does fall into a bit of the category of understanding what Paul Pogba is. I've never seen him as that. Like
Yeah, true.
he's a top class midfielder who, with the right squad around him to facilitate all the things he's not good at, that can
Mm,
extenuate the things that he is good at, he's
mm,
brilliant.
mm.
I.e., the French team, i.e., the Juve team. Like they're well-oiled machines around him, you know.
How
And
crazy is it, Flex? When I said I wouldn't take any United players,
it's
it's
disgusting.
mad, you know.
It's
And
disgusting, but
you
it's
know
true.
what's crazy? You didn't even argue.
No,
Like normally that would be a 20-minute of me and you going back and forth. Flex was like, yeah, what about Ronaldo? That was
I,
it. That was it. That that's an unbelievable drop off. Because again, at the start of the season, when Jadon Sancho, Ronaldo, and Varane came in, even as a Liverpool fan, I was thinking, okay, we might have a problem here. Like, this is a team that finished second last season. You added those three, two genuine world class, one maybe going to get there, and it's just collapsed. It's crazy.
bro, we're a mess. This is what I'm saying. Like we have no idea where we are right now. Well, we do actually. We're in the mud. We know where
Mm,
we are. We're in the mud.
mm.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like the season we checked out a long, long time ago. It's that bad, you know, with this top four race as well. If we could just show a little bit, if we could just show a little
Yeah,
bit of consistency, if we
yeah.
would have won against Leicester, Norwich, we did win against Norwich. If we won against Leicester and Everton, be comfortably fourth,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm.
But it's if buts and maybes, and we just can't do it. This week we've got you, then we go to the Emirates, then we got Chelsea at home. I mean, the only good thing is that Arsenal play Chelsea the day after we play you, so we'll both lose that. So we'll be the same. Tottenham
Mm.
might get a little bit of an advantage, but then I think you have to play Tottenham,
We got
Arsenal have to
Tottenham.
play
Yeah.
Tottenham. You know, I don't know. But even then, do I fancy us going away to the Amex Stadium and beating Brighton?
Well,
No,
no, about 3
no.
weeks ago, you'd have said yes. Now,
Yeah,
all of a
but
sudden,
now
they started playing football.
exactly.
Mm.
Do I fancy us to go to Palace on the last day of the season under Patrick Vieira's team and beat them?
Not
No.
really. Not
So
really.
I said out of the last 6 games, well, I think I said it was 7 at the time of Norwich. I said I don't think we'll get more than 2 wins.
Would you prefer to be out of Europe altogether than play
Yeah,
Europa League? Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Well, I'm really conflicted on this because at times I've said, yeah, it's best to just be out of everything to really one get that shock factor to the board and say, wow, we're just not in any form of Europe. We've got 1 game a week.
Mm.
2, because we don't deserve it. We've
Yeah.
been that bad.
Don't. Yeah.
I know the table kind of doesn't lie. So if you finish 5th, yeah, okay, you mean you deserve Europa. I get that, but we all know we don't deserve to. We've been in Europa League, knocked out by Sevilla in the Champions League in the semi-final. Didn't win the final last year against Unai Emery's Villarreal. Like we couldn't even get it done in Europa, so we're not that
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
We definitely ain't Champions League level.
Mm.
So I almost think that's what they deserve. But on the flip side of it, to maybe have Europa League under a new manager, I can see the argument that says, well, at least it gives Ten Hag maybe some more games, some midweek games to kind of keep pushing his philosophy, try out some stuff. You
Fans are
know,
going to need to be super patient with him.
oh,
Like
massive,
again, you mentioned
massively.
Klopp factor, and people need to remember where Klopp finished in his first season at Liverpool. I think it was like 7th. Fans
Mm,
need to be very, very patient because look, I don't know how United fans are going to accept finishing 7th. They're going to say, okay, it was exactly the same under Ten Hag as it was under Ralph Rangnick or Ollie.
mm.
He
Well, we
needs
can't
he
say that.
needs
We
a
can't
lot
think
of
like
time
that.
to kind of rebuild
Yeah.
that squad.
Because
Yeah.
really, he needs, if you think about it, he needs about 4 windows. He needs
Yeah.
4 windows as a bare minimum. Because if 7 of them default players that I've mentioned are going to move on, which are the older players, which are going to go anyway, they're not even out of the starting lineup. Only
Mm,
one out of the starting lineup is going to go, and that's Paul Pogba. And he
mm,
don't even always start. When McTominay and Fred are both fit, he don't even always start. Do you
mm,
know what I mean? It's
yeah.
only because we've had injuries. So he's going to go. If you think about all the players that are going to leave, you need a summer just to get rid of those guys, the older guys.
Yeah.
Then in January, you need to do a little bit more. Then the next summer, you need to probably do a bit more. then the next January. That's 4 there. And you know, you can't just expect it all to just be done quickly. I agree that patience. But the real question is, how many Man United fans are gonna be able to do that? And I think everyone's saying it now. Everyone is on the same page now. You know, it's easy to say it now. He hasn't even got it yet. We'll all be patient under the new manager. 5-year plan, or it looks like he's going to get a 4-year deal or a 3-year with the choice to extend. Cool. No expectations next year. But like you say, when it gets to Christmas and we're out of the top 4 race,
3 in a row.
Yeah,
all it takes is a couple of back-to-back defeats and a thumping by City or Liverpool, and all of a sudden, you know, it's talk about Ten Hag being out. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't feel sorry.
Which we can't do.
You guys ruined my childhood. You ruined my adulthood as well. So it's about time. It's about time. I mean, there's players like Darren Fletcher with like 7 Premier League trophies. It's about time. Like, you deserve all of this. I'm not having.
When Stevie G got none.
There is no sympathy whatsoever. There is none. All I focus on is my Liverpool team. You know why? I think the important thing for Klopp this season as well is, as much as I say this is the best Liverpool team I've ever seen, we've only got, I say only, 1 Premier League title, 1 Champions League, and a League Cup. It's not enough.
Can I ask you my question?
For it to be, you know, looked up against with the United teams and the Chelsea teams and the City teams and so on and so forth. He needs more. So we've got to win 1-2 more trophies this season. I know it sounds stupid, but Liverpool need to put a lot more into the cabinet under Klopp. Because
that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, you look back in 15 years and you think,
would it be a failure?
You got 1 Premier League title, 1. It was good, but it's not enough.
Would it be a failure then?
You know, you look at Leicester have won a league title and an FA Cup. You know what I mean? So it's not enough. We need to do more.
Would he be a failure?
No, certainly not a failure. Certainly not. Like,
if he stays, how long has he been there now? Going into his 7th year.
6 years.
So next year will be his 7th.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say he stays
10 years
for another. Yeah, let's say he stays 10 years.
Yeah.
And he has 2 Premier Leagues, 2 Champions Leagues. Let's say.
I'll take that all day.
In 10 years.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pretend that, you know, he's not Sir Alex Ferguson. He's not gonna win back to back.
But it's because against Pep, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Pep's the problem, isn't it? Because Pep's gonna win about 100. But I remember when this Liverpool team were before him, and I don't want to try and pretend, you know, we're anything like what we are now. It's a fantastic Liverpool team, but we're up against a juggernaut with Pep. I mean, they can bring on £100 million Grealish. You know what I mean? People like that are just floating around. Mahrez was 69 million. Remember, we played them and they brought those 2 on at the Etihad. And as much as I look at Liverpool's squad depth, we brought on Luis Diaz and Firmino, and they brought on Grealish. In terms of money, I'm talking Grealish and Mahrez. So we're competing with a behemoth. It's you know, so he's done well to get us to this. Like, semi-finals of the Champions League, and I think he's done it now 3 times. That's not easy.
No.
Like, it's not easy at all to do that. I mean, we all know how hard Europe is. So now he's transformed this club. So I'll never call him a failure, but I just want a few more trophies.
Ephraim says, Flex, I think we need to be out of Europe altogether. A lot of Man United fans have said that. And big up Tennyson Clothing says, fans will be patient with Ten Hag because we know these players are cowards who need to be moved on. United will back Erik Ten Hag. Flex, congratulations on 100K. Thank you for that, Tennyson. I appreciate that, my friend. I see. We have to, because that's another thing I was going to say. That's what I was kind of challenging our fans to do. Not challenging, but just kind of just hoping that they do, I suppose, because like Tennyson said there, we will be patient because we've seen what these players are capable of. If he's left with a lot of that same squad that's here, that every Man United fan is basically, and even people outside the football club like yourselves, fans from other teams, you could look at that team and say that group of players, they ain't good enough. Like, I know you said there's a decent base with like maybe 4 or 5, but collectively, as a starting 11 plus the 3 or 4 subs who mainly get on, they're not good enough.
Not good
enough.
Paul
Pogba.
You know, when you watch the top,
all of these players.
The top. Like, I've been lucky enough to watch this City side close now. Obviously, the FA Cup semi-final when we played them. Like, it's just ridiculous. I was watching Bernardo Silva. Let me just watch this man for 10 minutes. He's movement off the ball. He's work rate. He's hustling. And he's considered like a ball playing midfielder. He's not considered a cruncher to go around and put out fires. His work rate is almost like Kante's. Yeah, you don't speak about it. No one speaks about it, but it's unbelievable. De Bruyne's work rate.
I was gonna say they
Like,
all
these
work
players are
hard though.
so good, but their work
Yeah.
rate is incredible. It's insane. And yet there's no one at United that is doing that right now. And like
No.
that's what you need. I mean, even Gundogan comes on as a sub, and he's like incredible footballers. So yeah, no. No one at United right now is ready for that. And that's why I look at Ronaldo sometimes and I feel sorry for him. He probably, looks around and thinks, I'm doing my part here. Yes, I'm not running around like I used to, but I got 21 goals.
Well,
What are
you
you
saw
doing
Mercer.
yours?
Did you see that thing today with Mercer and on Sky
Merson's an
Sports?
idiot. Just an absolute clown. I was going to tweet, but I thought I was too angry to tweet because I thought, why am I backing up United here? But just the nonsense. And I was like, come on, Clinton. Clinton, say something. Like, what is he talking about?
You have to message Clinton and say, "Yo, come on, Clinton." Man.
How's it been a bad signing? Ronaldo's thing was go there and score goals. And man's gone there and he scored 21. 21 goals in a poor United side. There's this English thing, if that was Kane who had scored 21 goals
In a
and
crap
Man United
Tottenham
losing,
side.
they'll say Kane's been a fantastic signing.
Yeah.
He's done his job. Man's got more goals than Kane. Man's got more goals than Mane. Man's got more goals than Like, come on, man. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Oh, you make me laugh. Nah, but it's true. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. And, Mercer's trying to come from that angle of, yeah, but United have been shit this year. Yeah, but that's not on Ronaldo. And I think it was Dawson who come through. Michael Dawson was like, where would they be without him?
Yeah.
This is them with Ronaldo being all right, doing his job, scoring 20 goals. Yeah. Like, which I predicted he'd score 20 to 25 goals comfortably. And he's almost certainly going to do that in the next 6 games.
Absolute madness. Like, I was talking to Rory Jennings.
Yeah.
Who absolutely loves
Rory.
Kane. And he was telling me, Kane should be in the Premier League sort of player of the year conversation. I was like, what? Because he's done something for 4 months. What about Ronaldo, who's literally had to carry this team? Like old man legs, Like Ronaldo's come into this league, supposedly the toughest league in the world. At what is he, 36, 37?
37 years.
37. So the hardest league in the world, 37-year-old legs, he's got 21 goals, and that's considered a failure.
And he's not getting like just the tap-ins after we're winning 3-0 and he gets the third goal and we win 3-0. He's coming clutch.
Well, like literally, if he was playing for Man City, he'd be on 40 right now.
Yeah, 100%.
He'd be on 40 because they create chances. They have no one just in the box to score. He'd be on 40. Yeah. He is literally, give me the ball. I'm going to do this myself. I had enough. And scoring, and everyone wants to critique him.
I think there's still more moments to come, but I think of
just not
like
tomorrow.
the individual, exactly. The individual moments that have happened when he's been here. I look back to the Champions League, the goal against Villarreal at the end. I think Lingard set it to him, he scored. There was a goal against Atalanta. Ball got played to him and then he volleyed it in. Don't know how that happened. There was another header.
Which one did
Champions League?
He scored from like 30, where he smacked it from like 30 yards? Who was
Tottenham.
That Tottenham.
And that was the first goal of the game in the first 10 minutes.
He's not scoring the fourth or fifth goal.
And then in that game, it goes to 2-2 because we give away an own goal. And then again from a corner, clutch, big boy header.
I'm big so boy header. I need to understand the argument they're saying. Like a player, look, no player nowadays in football should be so luxury where they don't have to move. But imagine having workers and runners around him. Just get in the box, Ronaldo. We can do everything. No, you don't have to work, sir. Just you stay in that little thing called the penalty box and we'll supply you. If he had Foden, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne feeding him, my God, my Lord, it would have been frightening. And that's the reason Pep wanted him. Because there was clearly, he saw something like, okay, his legs have gone a little bit, but we need clutch. Champions League final, who do you want to start? Ronaldo. So I'm not having no nonsense about Ronaldo.
Even now at this age.
Even now at this stage.
Because he's still coming through clutch in such a shit team. Ade, to finish off, give me your prediction for this
4-1.
game.
I thought the screen froze. 4-1. 4-1. I think you'll get a goal just because we do that high line and Ronaldo probably might get one, but I expect Liverpool to be rampant. This is a team, like I said, this is the best Liverpool team I've ever seen. I expect them to be rampant. People now, every time you come in, people are now fighting for their places. So we're going to get to a situation where, fingers crossed, we get past Villarreal, but people are going to be fighting for their places to start the big games. And there's about 7 bankers, but there's about 4 places up for grabs. Anyone that comes in now is literally coming in knowing they're fighting for their lives for the most important, fingers crossed, 10 or 11 games in Liverpool's history we're talking about now. So no one's coming in with 70%, 80%. Everyone's coming in with 100%. Everyone. You get a chance, you've got to take it. Jota will start. Jota's going to be coming in hungry because he's upset about being dropped. So
you said Firmino would
now,
start the other day and he didn't, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't
yeah,
start.
surprised by that.
Yeah. Didn't. So I think even Firmino's thinking, don't forget me. Scored a couple of goals in Europe last week. So everyone wants a piece. Henderson, the captain go and get a game. Everyone wants to come in and prove something now. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be any let off. And I think we've got a manager that won't accept letting off either. He's not going to accept 80, 90%, 100%, or you're not playing. No one, apart from Van Dijk and Alisson's undroppable. No one. Van Dijk's undroppable. We ain't going to drop him.
He is undroppable in your team. Yeah, he plays every game if he's fit. Tennyson says, rivals, enjoy. 3 years, Erik ten Hag will have us back. Patience. Yeah, we're saying watch out. We're coming.
Maybe, honestly, swings and roundabouts. Maybe Thomas Tuchel came and all of a sudden Chelsea are a big, strong team and they're quite scary. And we got them in the
Good FA Cup final, that.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
So you never know. All it takes is a top manager. But I just don't know if Tuchel's that. I feel like he's below Tuchel, and Klopp and Guardiola. I don't know if he's that yet.
But on them moments in them finals, he can. That Carabao Cup game, they should have beat you. The chances they had, Mason Mount missing gilt edge chances. I feel like they can put that right against you this time.
Honestly, they could. This is it.
I hope they do.
Shouldn't be easy.
I need you to get out of one of these cups just early. Just get one out so that we can stop talking about the quadruple.
Bro, it's crazy to think. Literally, Liverpool win 11 games, and we've won a treble. I know it's not that easy, but and then depending upon if City lose, bro, if we win a quadruple, block me. Pretend you don't know me, block me.
No, I will delete your number.
A nasty so-and-so. Block everything from me.
Yeah. No, I will. That's true. I don't do predictions on this channel because I usually get them wrong. But in this case, I wouldn't mind getting this one wrong. So I am going to give a prediction. I can't see it being any better than, I'm going to say minimum 3-0. Minimum.
I see what you're doing. You think you're smart.
No, I just think I'm honest.
Up doing this. You think you're smart, innit? You probably got all of them. Redmen TV boys, Anfield rap boys. It ain't working with me. But no, I think we will win. I'll be shocked if we don't, if I'm honest. We've had a few days rest. It's under the lights. It's Anfield. It's going to be a great atmosphere. And we've got some of the best players in the world and the best manager in the world. So I'd be shocked. And even Salah, who's not scoring, he's still doing so much off the ball running.
Have a field day tomorrow all of a sudden. Yeah.
And he's going to score soon.
Yeah.
And boy, he does love scoring against you guys. So
he does. Yeah. All right, Ade, thanks for joining us, man. Smash a like on the video, you guys, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Ade's handle will be in the video description below. Make sure you check out his channel and his socials as well. And it's always a pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure. Catch Ade on TalkSport 2. Catch him on DAZN. Catch him everywhere. He's about the place.
Getting that money everywhere.
Getting that money everywhere. And on 888 Sports as well, with the likes of me, Steve McInerney, and Rory as well. So yeah, look out for us, man. We've got a lot of stuff coming up in the future. We are out of it. Peace. Laters.